So sa isang post ko sa TikTok, may nagtanong, color grading tuts po or tutorials po, sabi ni Ini Mini Miny Mo. So ina-ask niya, paano ba mag-color grade para ma-achieve yung ganitong look ng Backyard Live? Disclaimer lang, hindi ako yung colorist ng Backyard Live. Yun ay si Ali Quiñones. Also, hindi ako professional colorist and actually colorblind ako. So kung ano yung i-share ko sa inyo ngayon, this is actually my own workflow kung paano ko i-achieve yung same kind of look. But this is not the exact na workflow na ginamit. Most probably, magkaiba kami ng nodes na ginamit, magkaiba kami ng process, except maybe for the first few steps. It's also important to note na malaking part or malaking contribution dun sa kung ano yung magiging final look ng image is kung paano nyo siya inilawan, kung ano yung kulay na ginamit, ano yung equipment na ginamit, ano yung camera settings na ginamit nyo. So for example, sa shot na to, this is a gimbal shot of the performance gamit ang isang Sony a7 IV. Actually, this camera yon. Ang settings na ginamit nun ay S-Log3, S-Gamma 3.Cine, tapos yung white balance is 4500 or 4400 Kelvin. Tapos kung mapapansin nyo dito, RGB yung lights na ginamit. Most of it are from Aputure. Lahat yun contributed a lot to the final look ng image. But we are going to try to copy yung ginawa ni Ali na color grade for Backyard Live. So how I would do it is first, in-screenshot ko yung image from YouTube, yung final na image. And dito sa color page, ang gagawin natin ay i-press natin tong image wipe. Yan. This is where we want to go and this is where we are. Ngayon, nagawa ko na siya para mas mabilis yung video na to. So the first thing that I would do is to create two nodes sa first and last, which is the input and output na node. Some people call it IDT and ODT, pero para wala masyadong jargons, we're just gonna name it input and output. The goal of the input node is to convert it from its log na itsura papunta sa DaVinci wide gamut na color space and DaVinci intermediate na gamma. Doon sa color space and gamma na yun, that's where we can make adjustments more flexibly. So lahat ng adjustments na gagawin natin will be done in those color space and gamma. Once we are done with the adjustments, sa output node naman, ita-transform natin siya from DaVinci wide gamut color space and DaVinci intermediate gamma papunta sa Rec 709 gamma 2.4. Bakit yun? Kasi yun yung usually standard at yun yung nire-recommend ng YouTube na settings para sa mga ina-upload ng lahat ng tao sa YouTube. Okay, for input color space is kung saan siya galing na color space, which is S-Gamut3.Cine and S-Log3. And output color space is dadalhin nga natin siya to DaVinci wide gamut and DaVinci intermediate. So, ganyan yung magiging itsura niya. Sa output naman, from DaVinci wide gamut and DaVinci intermediate, dadalhin mo siya to output color space, which is Rec 709 and Gamma 2.4. And this is how it's going to look. Ngayon, kung mapapansin nyo, it's not that far from the actual look na gusto nating ma-achieve. And this proves what I said earlier na the camera settings and the lighting is actually a big component of how the image will look. Pero meron pa tayong mga adjustments na gagawin. So first is exposure and curves. This is how it looks after kung gawin yung adjustments. Actually, ang ginawa ko lang dyan is pumunta lang ako sa HDR panel. This one. Tapos, in-increase ko yung light. 0.7 or 0.69. Tapos, yung custom curves natin, inangat ko lang ng onti yung mids. Then next is yung colors. So, sa colors naman, ginamit ko lang is color slice. So, ang ginalaw ko lang actually is the blue and yung skin. Yung skin, na-adjust ko lang ng onti yung density, dinagdagan ko ng onti. Saturation, dinagdagan ko ng onti, about 10%. And then for the blues, dinagdagan ko lang yung density rin. So, this is how it looks after those adjustments. For the third adjustment, so if you notice, yung image that we want is actually a little bit faded and a little soft compared to ours. Yan, kung titignan nyo yung buhok, mas soft kaysa yung sa atin. So, in order to achieve that, I'm gonna bring the pivot to 0.335. Wala pa siya masyadong nagawa ngayon. Pero sa mid-tone detail, babawasan ko siya ng 75. And this is how it's going to look like. Ayan, very soft na. Yung details, nag-soften. Ayan. And then, para makuha natin yung medyo faded na look, pupunta tayo sa custom curves and yung low soft, iaangat natin to about halfway. Tapos, kung napansin nyo, meron din siyang parang halation sa mga ilaw niya. Ito, yung ilaw niya, tsaka yung kung paano siya tumatama sa edges. So, kokopyahin natin yon, magdadagdag lang tayo ng halation effect. You just have to type halation. Yan. Tapos, drag nyo siya dyan sa node. Tapos, ito na yung settings niya. For halation, hindi ko siya nakopya exactly, but this is how I did it. And then last is grain. Film grain. Yan. Tapos, dinagdagan ko lang yung grain strength. Oops, sobra. Bawasan natin ang texture ng onte. Balik tayo sa soften and ibaba lang natin yung low soft ng onte. And taas natin yung contrast ng onte. And there you go. So that's how I would do it in DaVinci Resolve Studio. So step by step ulit, from log footage, we converted it to Rec 709. We adjusted the exposures, adjusted the colors, softened the image, added halation. Kopyahin nyo na lang yung settings dito or adjust nyo according to your taste, and then added grain, and that's it. So that's it. If you have any more questions or meron kang topic that you want me to cover in another video, just let me know in the comments. I'm trying to grow this channel little by little, so please feel free to subscribe and to like this video. You may also follow me on TikTok and Instagram. So yun lang. See you in the next one. Bye.